I flew all the way from Dubai to Yiwu, China to find a $1 million product that I was skilled to $100,000 a month. And if I don't, I will shave my head bald. And the best part, I will document this all. From searching the product in China, to building a store, to making the ads, to making actual fucking cash. Without further ado, so guys, we just arrived in Yiwu market, and I'm telling you guys, this is by far the biggest market for products ever in the world.
Baby girl, let me see you do your dance, let me see you twirl. Shaking in the club with your homegirls. Take a pic for the gram, show the whole world.
This entire market spans over 6.4 million square meters. You can find direct access to manufacturers. They have over 75,000 suppliers in here. Without a doubt, if you're a businessman, this is the place to be to find products. So let me take you guys inside because it's endless. So there's 5 criteria I'm looking for to determine if something is a winner or not. Okay, the very first criteria I'm looking for. The product has to be a massive target audience. What I mean with that the target audience I can sell the product to has to be massive. I'm talking about all men, all women, all kids. I just wouldn't want to see only skaters below the age of 18 because that would be way too niche. And if something is just too niche, like it's hard to sell, it's hard to do very big numbers or very big revenue in just markets that are way too niche. First criteria, you want to have a massive target audience. Second criteria I'm looking for is that the product needs to be high margin. Like obviously I care about the rest as well, but at the end of the day, what we're here for is to make money. Okay, so the product just needs to be high margin. And what I'm talking about is at least 3 to 5x of the price we can buy the product for. Okay, so if we can buy something for $10, we have to sell it for at least 30 to 50 bucks. Okay, lower than that, it's just not interesting to sell, and because it's too hard to make money. If you want to run ads on it on Facebook, if the margin is too low, it's better to go for something else which is higher margin. So third criteria is we want to have a product that's light, small, and easy to ship. Okay, the reason for that is because the product is very heavy and very big. It speaks for itself, right? It's very bulky, it's very hard to ship. Usually shipping will be very expensive. Okay, you want to have a product which is more small, compact, and lighter to ship because the shipping will be lower, your margins will be higher, and also less headache with shipping. A fourth criteria is also a very important one, which is the product needs to be either solving a problem or it needs to be impulse purchase. What I mean with that is a product is always either solving a problem. Okay, for example, I have knee pain, it solves my knee pain. I have pain somewhere in my body, it solves that, so I don't have the pain anymore, or it lowers down my pain. Or it's an impulse purchase, like the ball I'm selling. If you see that online, you're like, wow, this is so cool and the price is so cheap, it's a no-brainer, I'm just gonna buy it. Okay, it needs to be either solving a problem or it needs to be impulse purchase. If it's not solving a problem or not an impulse purchase, then it's just too hard to sell. Because if it doesn't solve any problem or it's not an impulse purchase, like people are not willing to buy it that easy because they're like, why would I spend 50 to 100 bucks on that if it doesn't improve my life in any way? So the fifth criteria, which I think is one of the most important ones, especially if you're just starting out, is proof of concept. Okay, you want to sell something which already has proof of concept. And what I mean with that is you want to be selling something online which already been proven online times and times again. Especially if you're just starting out. I hate to break it to you, but you are not Steve Jobs. You're not going to invent the next iPhone. You're not going to do anything breakthrough. Okay, or you can do it, but it's way too high risk and a way too high chance of failure. Especially if you're just starting out, you want to sell something that's already been proven online by various people. Of course, there might be many sellers, there's more competition, but with more competition, there's also more money to be made. Okay, if there's more sellers for it, this also means there's more buyers for it. And if you're watching and you're just starting out, you don't want to be choosing something trying to reinvent the wheel. The brand's called Safety Boy, keep you safe. The brand name's actually not bad, not gonna lie. A lot of times these Chinese companies they just copy shit. I don't know if you guys have seen it, like what do they do? Like Abibas and shit, bro. They call it like instead of Adidas, they call it Abibas. No. You just sell it, same quality. Crazy shit they do in China, man. But you know what it is? Shoes are also very interesting. The thing is with shoes and clothing in general, it's a lot of times very repeat purchase. The value of a customer in their whole lifetime can be so much higher than if someone just buys something one time and doesn't need anymore later down the line. So shoes are very interesting, but the only downside to shoes, and I think the biggest downside to shoes, next to the size and if you actually ship it in the shoebox, is that there's so many different sizes with shoebox. Okay, like you have a 41, 40, like you have so many European, UK, US sizes, Chinese sizes. So a lot of times you're gonna need a lot of SKUs. And SKUs are basically the product code. You're gonna need a lot of product variants for this product. Okay, so if you're holding any stock or if you're using an agent to ship this, you need to hold so many different colors. So if you have like 5 colors and you have 10 different sizes, that means if you have to purchase stock, you need to spend so much money and so much headache on buying the stock, and it's a lot of headache with size. And oftentimes if the size is not perfect, then a lot of people will refund the shit. So I think shoes are very interesting. If we find any great shoes, we'll look at it, but these ones are not nice in my opinion. But that's my opinion about shoes, and that's why I wouldn't go for shoes as my first product. We have in a pet store here. and I haven't looked inside, but I love the pet niche, okay? Because pet niche is very big. My sister buys a lot of products for dog. Like she sees something, she just buys it immediately. So pet niche is very big because these dog moms and these dog dads or these cat moms, bro, they buy everything for their pet. It's like their own kid, and they just splash money on their pet. So it's a very interesting niche. First of all, it's already checked off. The target audience is massive. A lot of people, so many people have dogs, so many people have cats. That's why the pet niche is so massive, so great. So I'm gonna look around and check for some winners.
Look, I'm back and I'm better than ever. Can't have death creeping around in my life. It's so much that I had to sever. I told my little baby I'm praying cause these little plots have been getting clever. He said that he caught me red-handed. I hit him off. Look, since I was legit, the devil been trying. I told him he lying. I'm Jim Jones with the flying. I see me a demon, I'm sliding. I hop on a beat and I'm gliding. They poking the bear and they dying. I'm cutting them dates like the Mayans. You know that he riding. This beat got me feeling like David with most of the time Goliath.
Look, that's what I mean. I just said the brand. The dog east. The dog face. Looks like it. I hope we'll find a dildo. Ooh, I need it. Never seen this. What I mean with suppliers have the craziest prototypes in here, which I've never seen this one. Oh, massage guns are also a really great option. I know people who sell a lot of them because it's very high margin. Because this is also a product which is very high perceived value. Because you can sell this for 100 plus bucks. You can sell it for 200. And TerraBody is even selling it for 350 bucks. That's what I know. If you customize packaging to your own branding, you can make it look very high perceived value. That's why I think massage guns are really an option. And they have some version here which I've never seen this version before. The functionality is pretty much the same, but the design is very innovative and it's new. It's new to the market, and that's what's very important because customers will be like, oh, this is a new product, this has different function, but well, it has the same function. So I'm gonna ask the price of this product because I think it's definitely an option. We just asked the price. It's 39 bucks Chinese yuan, which basically comes down to approximately $5 per piece only. $5 cost of goods, and I'm sure I can negotiate with him to probably $4. I would probably start with selling it for 100 and then maybe increase the price afterwards to I try 150 or 200 based on our marketing, based on our ad spend, based on our conversion rate. I would try out different prices, but this is definitely an option because this shipping, the only downside will be, I think the shipping will be slightly more expensive because it's electronic. There's batteries inside, so it'll be slightly more expensive. But other than that, it's certainly an option. What we have in here as well is a knee massager. And believe me, I know people who have made hundreds of millions with this product. I'm telling you, hundreds of millions. Oh, he has one in here. And I could actually use it myself because I have a lot of knee problems from squatting. Squatted way too heavy when I was young. So let's try this out. I don't feel much, to be honest. I don't really feel it, but the great thing about this product is it's very problem solving. Okay, that's the great thing about it because a lot of people have knee problems. Like I also have knee problems, but especially a lot of older people, they have knee problems. If something is solving a problem like a knee bracer, people are willing to pay big bucks to solve their problem, which they have so many issues with. And like a problem with your back, a problem with your knee, people are willing to pay hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars for just to them not have the pain anymore. And obviously you have to sell something that works. That's why I'm testing it right now. And it's a great way that you look online. I can't test this shit, but like physically here, I can actually test it to see if it actually works. Because obviously we have to sell products that work. We can't sell bullshit. So otherwise you're gonna get a lot of refunds as well, which you know you don't want. It's $13, approximately $13. So it almost tripled the price of the massage gun. I think this one solves a bigger problem than a massage gun because this problem with knees is usually more heavy than a massager. So it's obviously higher perceived value. You can sell it for more. So we have he wants to show me something more. It's a hand massager.
How does it feel?
Feels nice, but very it's very weird.
A few moments later.
My hand's dying. Look at this. This can't be good. I actually needed one for myself, bro. Phone's dying all the time. But the issue is this fucking power bank doesn't work on my phone. Because I have a golden iPhone and it's real gold. So apparently I don't think the electricity goes through it. Look, the MagSafe just doesn't work. Look, it doesn't charge. I mean, that's the downside of being rich, right? More money, more problems. Give me all the problems. You guys know the Drake song.
They say more money, more problems. Bring on the problems. Bring on the problems. Bring on the motherfucking problems. They say more money, more problems. Bring on the problems. Bring on the problems.
I see a lot of jewelry in here. Apparently we just arrived in the jewelry section. So I'm gonna look for a nice jewelry store. See if we can find anything. Look, we have some custom ones here, I think. And why jewelry is such a good niche and why I'm looking at the jewelry right now is because jewelry is very light and easy to ship. So we already have the third criteria already there. Obviously jewelry also can be very massive target audience. So like a lot of times, okay, jewelry can be either for all for men. Like it's very hard to be unisex for jewelry, but it can usually is mostly for a woman. So if we can target all women or just a big part of the subset of women, we already then have the first criteria criteria mostly done. It's because second of all, the product is usually very high margin. Because it's so light and small, easy to ship, that means also that the shipping price will be very low. And a lot of time, because it's so light and small, the cost of goods are also pretty low usually. Which basically means that the margin also is pretty high. The fourth criteria, which we talked about before, is that it needs to solve a big problem, need to be impulse purchase. So this doesn't solve a big problem. I would say this falls more into the impulse purchase section, okay? So people scroll on Facebook, scroll on TikTok, and they see it, they like it, and they're like, that's so cheap anyways, I'll buy it anyways. I don't have to think about it, so no brainer. So that's where jewelry falls in more. But let's go to the next jewelry store. I think these are pretty cheap, so let's go to the next jewelry store. We have a lot of rings here. I don't think it's that interesting to sell because rings are not as often purchased as, for example, a bracelet or a necklace. Because the sizing is difficult, and usually women usually buy when they marry, and it's not something which they just buy as casually as a bracelet or a necklace. If we want to go for jewelry is a very good niche, okay, but I don't think we want to go for a ring because it's, in my opinion, not as mass target audience as a bracelet or a necklace. We have a suitcase which you can drive.
They see me rolling, they hating, patrolling and trying to catch me riding dirty.
Would that be an option?
For myself, yes, but I don't think it will be an option to sell because it's too expensive and it's too big, too heavy. That's what I mean. Like, I didn't even ask the price, but I already know it's too big and heavy to sell. It's better for physical stores, but I think e-commerce wise, too niche also. Like, who's gonna drive this? Like, it's only kids or people who have money who are gonna drive this. Not massive target audience as well, so not an option. But for myself, maybe. So guys, what we just found in here is like a cleaner, okay, so it can clean mattresses, it can clean a lot of stuff. It's very popular right now, it's one of the best sellers, and it's now coming up. It's just a new prototype, it's this new model which comes out. So it's looking pretty good because he's selling that this is very popular right now, that it's getting upcoming right now, this product. And it's getting a lot of views on the Chinese TikTok. So a life hack for all of you guys is download the Chinese version of TikTok, which is Douyin. You guys can look up online how to download it. You probably have to change your App Store country or something. But like always, China's ahead of the game, and if products are going viral on the Chinese version of TikTok, usually means that they will go viral on the Western platforms as well, like Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. I'm just gonna do some quick research about this product before I'm actually gonna choose it and see if it's actually something interesting. I just looked it up on TikTok. Look at this. We have this woman using it. She has 70,000 likes and it's getting a lot of views. Look. Steam cleaner, so basically it cleans with steam, and this girl's doing a lot of reviews. Let me check her. It's a UGC creator. Look, it's her most viewed video. As a UGC creator, she has 7 million views on this product. So that basically means there's a lot of people who already have interest in the product. Okay, the great thing about this product is that it's massive target audience. First of all, it can be targeted towards everyone. Everyone might need a cleaner. Second of all, it's high margin because I can buy it for like $7-8 and I can probably sell it for 40 to 50 bucks, maybe even 60 bucks. I would say the only little downside is there's some electronics inside, so the shipping will be a little bit more expensive. If the price of buying the product is not that high, we can compensate it. Fourth of all, which I think is the biggest pro, is that it solves a problem, which is obviously clean stuff, and it's pretty unique, and it's also impulse purchase. So if you would see it, you're like, bro, I need this. Like moms, dads, everyone will be like, oh, I need this. So it's also an impulse purchase. That's a great thing. I think that's the biggest USP of this product. And fifth of all, proof of concept. We already just seen on TikTok that it works, and also on the Chinese TikToks already been proven to work and getting views. So it's definitely an option. I'm gonna ask around a bit for the price. I'm gonna check what you can do with the price, and we'll see you can purchase it with her. But this is definitely an option. Oh, we now got something which I really like personally, and I'm gonna check for myself. Little does he know that I made fucking billions with this product. And that this product is here all because of me. The day was coming to an end and all the stores started to close down. The time was ticking. I had to find a winning product before the day ended. And I was stressing a bit, I ain't gonna lie. I was searching everywhere, but I couldn't find anything worth selling. Until this happened. Oh, look what we have in here. The hair niche. The reason why I love women's products and the hair niche, because women just buy stuff online. Most of the e-commerce sales online are from women. They, for some reason, they have the biggest buying power online. So very interesting niche. I'm gonna ask if they have anything in the back which could be interesting. So she just showed me this new prototype. So it's basically a woman's hair curler. I think it's very interesting because this product I've been seeing online a lot. So let me do some research quickly about this product and I'll get back to you guys. So guys, I just checked TikTok for this kind of product. It's the exact product which you have in here. Look, she has 3.2 million likes, 76 million views. I haven't seen any brands which are selling this yet. A couple of brands selling this, and I didn't see a real big brand selling this yet. I just looked up this product name, which was a hair curling roller. First thing I do is check on TikTok if there's actually interest on the product. If there's traction, is there momentum? Do people actually get interested in it? Because the thing is, if someone is watching this and it has 76 million views, like it says a lot. It basically means that people are interested in actually seeing this product. And why I think this product is so good, first of all, it's a massive target audience. Okay, so we have that one checked off because basically all women can use this. Doesn't matter what age they are, young, old, they can use this product. Second of all, it's very high margin. I can buy it for $7 and I can sell it, I think, for 40, 50 plus. So second checkbox also ticked off. Third thing is light and it's easy to ship. Only one small downside, because there's also a downside to this product, as it's electric. There's a battery in here, which means that it might be a slightly bit more headache and slightly more expensive shipping. And another small headache with this product as well is that you have two different charges. Okay, so if I sell in Europe, you have a different plug, and into US you have a different plug, and in UK you have a different plug. So that might be a small downside. I'm sure they have different kinds of versions, different kinds of plugs. So I don't think it will be a big issue. It's the fourth thing which is great, is that it both solves a problem. Okay, because people can now have curly hair and straighten it out, which is amazing. And second of all, it's also an impulse purchase, because I see it online. It's not that expensive. I sell it for 50 bucks or something, 45 bucks. They have an impulse. They're like, I want this, so they'll buy it. Fifth of all, I already have proof of concept. As you guys just saw, almost hundreds of millions of views on TikTok. It's already proven basically that people have interest in the product. So proof of concept's already there. This is definitely an option, guys. So I'm gonna try to negotiate price with her right now, but I think this is the one. Look what we hear from here, guys. So we just got back from China. I actually took the product with me from China. We have the hair curling iron. Obviously, if you guys can see, let me open it in here. So here's the product. It's a product to curl your hair. The supplier gave the sample to me for free. Without further ado, we came back home with a mission. We're gonna build a store. I'm gonna run it up. I am going to show you how I scaled this product to over $100,000 in a month in part 2. We're going to build the store, launch the ads, and I'm gonna document everything for you guys. Let's see if we can turn this product we found live in China to over $100,000 in sales in one single month. Because if I don't, I will have to shave my head bald. And I really don't want to go bald because I have beautiful hair. Okay guys, it's taking a little longer than expected. I've been working on this store for the past 3 hours. Now the hardest part is gonna start. People actually have to buy this product. 0. And also 0 sessions. We are actually cooking. We already had this is the first day. The day is not over yet, guys. Dollars for the day, guys. Where's fucking for the day, bro? Let's fucking go for the day. Let's fucking go, man.